I want to read you a definition here. Okay, and this one I think is a definition that is very loose. One that we have the ability to define what it is right now.
To manipulate.
I mean, I would not say it's manipulating it. I don't think it's manipulating it because given that Gary Gensler is also doing the same thing, how can we say it's manipulation?
That is why I call it manipulate, because Gary Gensler is the master.
No, I mean he works in a very credible office, one of the highest offices in the nation. You cannot call them manipulators.
If they were doing their job, we would not have what's going on right now.
No, they are doing their job, bro. What I'm saying is that we need to follow their example because these are the leaders of our society. Okay, that's what you see what I'm saying. It's just the way it is. They say follow your leaders. Your leaders know better.
Don't have me here looking like the anti-GG.
The anti-GG. Who's anti-GG?
Everybody should be.
Anti Gary Gensler?
This guy is leading us astray.
Nah, man. Gary Gensler is a pioneer in this space. Look, the US SEC changes its mind on officially labeling digital assets. It just changed its mind. It's not a big deal, bro. You're allowed to change your mind. What is the problem?
Not when you're in a position of authority.
No, it's okay, bro. He's a human being. He can change his mind. You know what I'm saying? It's just because if we do not allow him to change his mind, how can we expect them to allow us to change our minds on things too?
You're not allowed to change your mind.
Listen.
You're not even allowed to know the truth, according to him.
They say, what is a digital asset? Okay, a digital asset is generally anything that is created and stored digitally. It is identifiable and discoverable and has or provides value. Digital assets have become more popular and valuable as technology advances became integrated into our personal and professional lives. Data, images, video, written content, JPEGs, called NFT.
This show is a digital asset.
Yeah, it's a digital asset, but when people go and buy JPEGs, it's not a digital asset, bro.
NFTs.
Stupidity is still stupidity. Okay, just as everything else. And more of this, again, more things have been considered digital assets. However, when the Bitcoin blockchain and cryptocurrency was introduced in 2009, right? Digital assets were redefined. Anything in digital form became something that could be used to create value via tokenization on a blockchain. In recent months, we know that the SEC has attacked Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency space, kind of shaking things around. We've been going back and forth between this, securities versus not securities as a commodity.
Yeah.
And so Gary Gensler has essentially just kept everything in a state of confusion. This is a strategy that is very common. You confuse people, you overwhelm them, so nobody knows what is going on. In a state of absolute chaos, then you can come through with your option as the clear solution to everyone's problem.
The savior.
This is such as an old strategy, and I think they keep running the same strategy over and over because they've never battled. I mean, it works for everything. We're going to find out if it works for Bitcoin.
The people are the dumb one though. They're not catching it. That's the sad part.
Which people?
Retail investors, people that follow the SEC, just like we were saying at the beginning.
Well, I think, look, man, it's just about waking up. I think, and at the same time, again, I will not even say it's the people that are the dumb ones because the reason why retail investors are not getting it is because of the exact reason why I just described it. You shock people with so much confusion that they cannot take action. It is overwhelming. It's confusing. We saw it when CNN was blasting people about Trump. People were so overwhelmed that eventually nobody takes action because you cannot even comprehend why these things are happening. Okay, it's a strategy. Magicians use it, right? There's misguidance. All of this. These are principles that...
The military uses it.
Listen, you know what is the problem? People need to read. Because when you say a lot of these things, it sounds like conspiracy theories. There's really writings on it. It's marketing.
Yep.
I read this stuff because I was trying to learn how to market things.
Yep.
So it exists. And when you know it and you see people using it, you can clearly see this is what is happening here. Go ahead.
Yep. So the SEC now is trying to. They initially were trying to add miners and nodes and digital wallets
Yeah.
and all sorts of exchanges and DeFi apps, dApps, and other stuff as digital assets. So that way, when they create their draconian regulations, they can attack Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies with those supposed laws that we've we've given them. So that's the challenge here. So all of a sudden, like you said earlier, confusion says, "Wait a second, let's put a pause on that. Maybe we didn't capture everything.
Yeah.
What do we do next?" So we are currently at that state now. Again, this is why you guys watch us on this show. If you have not liked or subscribed, please go ahead and do that right now. We're trying to tell you basically what the heck is going on. Because how do you enforce a law that does not exist? You're enforcing the law on a digital asset that you define, but now you're saying, wait a second, we don't even really know what a digital asset is. Let's go ahead and redefine it.
Listen, man, I do not think that in modern society we should be stoning people, or at least punishing people by stoning them to death. But if there was a public stoning, okay, I want to attend it.
Wow.
Let's not say many years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. Of course, when the crypto space really started booming, I can remember many videos ago where, this sort of situation was when this started to unfold, when Gary started to make his first move. I remember I said, this is regulation by enforcement. You're enforcing things that don't even exist. Coinbase has been fined $500 million recently, and that is just one of many others, right? For violating rules that do not exist. I think if they ever come to and they will, once they come to a point where digital assets are now defined as a separate group from what Gary Gensler oversees, man,
Securities.
they should return all the money back to everybody that they've taken money from. Otherwise, man, there is kind of no two ways about it.
Does
The
government
SEC
ever- does
is a
government-
freaking robbery.
See?
Period, bro.
You just said that. I thought you started the show saying that.
The SEC, what?
I get it. You
No.
were joking earlier.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
I
bro.
know, I-
Jesus Christ.
Good show, guys. Keep on watching.
Why would you really believe that I'm just talking? I was being sarcastic. I hope you guys were not taking me seriously in the beginning, man. Well, listen, man. It's just the basics of the situation, man. If you cannot define something, right? If you do not define something and you've been enforcing it where it does not exist, it's robbery, dude. There's kind of no two ways about this. The SEC will not rob the American people now, will it? I don't think it
come
would.
on.
No, I
That
don't
wouldn't
think. I
happen.
don't think they would do that. It's a highly respected institution. So please, SEC, we understand you made a mistake. It's fine.
Oh, did you
We
see
really
what
accept your apology. You don't even need to apologize. Just send back our money.
What? You got to remind everybody about AMC all over again?
No, I mean, listen. That one does not connect to this one. You know what I mean? We have to treat it the way they're talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not.
But kill XRP though. Definitely. I think you guys should take that one. For your worries, for your troubles over the years, we'll sacrifice XRP to you guys, to the SEC.
XRP is for the banks, man. The banks want XRP.
Oh man, this is interesting, man. Look, here's the thing: the SEC is exploring ways to accommodate digital assets within the existing regulatory framework. You cannot bring regulatory assets within your existing framework. In fact, what I would like to see is for them to regulate Bitcoin. I would like to see.
I
you
mean,
guys
like, do
that,
your
man.
job, create the
That'll
new
be
framework.
interesting.
You know, why are you taking the shortcuts?
Listen, I don't think that they have it. So they have been enforcing regulations without the power or without the regulations actually being in place, as we said. And I know the one other thing is when you look at other things like the Bitcoin ETF, right? I gotta stay safe. Stop saying, oh man. When you look at a Bitcoin ETF, this is something that has been steadily rejected by the SEC. But we find ourselves in an interesting situation now where, first of all, because we know that, is it Congress? Has kind of asked the SEC to give the definition
Yes, Congress
of,
did recently.
of what a security is within
Yes.
10 days, right? So
I think we're down to 7.
yeah, it's down to 7. Get against that, man. Get your things together, man. The second thing is this Bitcoin ETF situation, which they've been rejecting forever, and it seems like this time around they did not reject it. I
Yeah,
guess they're going to be
they have
waiting.
not said they're not going to reject it. Now, all of a sudden, just like you were saying at the beginning of the show, Gary's Gerson saying, "Oh, maybe we want to reconsider um, approving ETFs." But the question we should ask ourselves is: are they going to approve futures ETFs, or are they going to approve spot ETFs?
They already approved futures ETF. I think this one is for futures.
They only
I mean,
approved
sorry.
one.
They already approved futures ETF.
They approved one futures ETF.
I mean, do we need more than that? Shit, man.
$1 billion futures ETF, which they used to attack Bitcoin. So
Was
when
it really an attack though? Because I feel like the people who bought that are the ones that really got wrecked.
which then goes back to this other topic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So as we're talking about this right now, I know it's a little bit off topic, but when you buy an ETF, you're not actually buying the coin. You're buying paper of whatever technology in that ETF that you're buying.
If you're
And-
buying anything that is something Bitcoin, it's not Bitcoin. If it's not Bitcoin, it's not Bitcoin, and you probably should not buy it. That's what I would say. Because this is why are you buying an ETF of something that you can buy directly?
But the SEC is the master of regulating derivatives and made up stuff,
Bro, the regulations were put in there by people, which means it can be moved by the same people. It's not like some fence that came down from heaven, dude. You know what I mean? Regulations is framework put by people. It's not, we act like, so people can get exposure to, or institutions can get exposure to Bitcoin with the regulation. We
Yeah.
can adjust the regulations to
You know-
fit Bitcoin. It has to happen.
Yeah, but the hedge fund managers, the big bankers always say that when you introduce even a spot ETF, that is gonna bring more money into the economy. Question is, do we need them to create fake Bitcoin or paper Bitcoins to pump the price of Bitcoin, or should we just let Bitcoin be what Bitcoin is?
What is the benefit of bringing money into the economy through an ETF?
So like a spot ETF is just like a lot more. They say a lot more institutions will feel more comfortable that the SEC, because it's an old system. They believe that the system works. The SEC regulates it. It's approved by them. They're monitoring it, right? Of course. So once they regulate it and the spot ETF comes in, that will bring the bigger institutions to now allow them to invest bigger amounts of money. So the question now is, if you're buying a futures ETF, you're buying paper ETF, which is fake ETF. You can manipulate the price up and down. When you buy a sports ETF, that means the ETF company actually has to go buy actual real Bitcoins and hold it for you. Again, somebody else storing your value for you.
It makes no sense.
It's big money.
It
Big
makes no
fiat
sense.
money coming
Bro,
into it.
it makes no sense. It does not matter who it is. It makes no sense. Okay.
I was just explaining it.
I'm not saying to you that it makes no sense. I'm not saying I understand it's not your point. I'm saying that whatever they're saying, their descriptions, these descriptions that it will make institutions more comfortable to hold Bitcoin makes sense. Have you heard of a company called MicroStrategy?
Oh yeah,
Okay, I'll keep it.
they
moving
own
there.
they own their own Bitcoin,
That's
right?
fine, bro.
Directly, right?
No, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there, man. Let's wait for regulations so that you guys can have your exposure to Bitcoin. What a bunch of clowns, man! It's absolutely asinine. Yeah. I mean, final thoughts, man, because I don't think there is anything else to say here. This is one thing I would say: buy Bitcoin. I think it's proving.
Proven.
It's proving itself. Proving.
Oh, it's proven. Okay.
Yeah, it's proving
You're doing it right now.
to be, yes, it's
English.
it's actively
Okay.
proving that it's the
Yeah.
best store of value out there. Because if you take Bitcoin and compare it right now to anything, look at the past 2 years, 3 years, man. Bitcoin is outperforming them,
Yo.
and it decided to just do that. It could just do that in a matter of an afternoon.
Yeah.
Is that But final thoughts, sir.
Yeah, I think the fact that the SEC again is once again reviewing and redefining just like we've seen all this year,
Yeah.
or all through last year, the redefinition of inflation and recession, they're trying to do the same thing with digital assets now.
Right.
And now there is considering ETFs. What's this approach? We should be all asking that question and start watching out for what kind of ETFs the things they want to start approving. What this new definition of digital asset is going to be, because from what I've seen from all these experiences so far, as the chairman of the SEC, is been on a constant attack of the industry. So we gotta sit down and keep a close eye on this new strategy. And it could be that it's trying to avoid the old Coinbase lawsuits. That could be another reason, because they literally went on the website and they deleted their definition of digital assets.
Misguided souls. Ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching the video. Comment down below, share it with your friends who like to chit chat with you in the comments. And let us know anything else you would like to see, suggestions. We'll give our take on it. You can also follow us on Twitter, STAKKFin. Follow us on Facebook, STAKKFin as well. We'll skip that one there, and you can also follow us on Spotify at STAKK. Until next time, praise and out.